DJ Anomoly. This is the Numark Mixtrack Pro 3, as you can see there. There's a lot of reviews out there. This has been out for a little while, so I'm not going to do necessarily a review. Just kind of compare it to the Numark Mixtrack 1 and 2, and this is obviously the successor to that. So some of the things that kind of stood out to me, obviously this long pitch control over here. It's pretty nice, but it's got a lot of resistance. It's great for if you're trying to do small changes on the tempo, but if you're trying to do long throws, that can be a hindrance a little bit there. The Crossfader, I'm always thinking about. It feels nice. It feels exactly like the Mixtrack Pro 1 and 2. Not really any difference there. You can do some basic scratching. When you're trying to do some more advanced stuff, it can get a little difficult, but it's got a nice feel. Overall, the whole unit feels really nice. Solid, very slim design. I was trying to use this with my iPhone and iPad with this camera connection kit, but couldn't get that working, so I'm gonna have to look for something else in that department. But overall, I do like this Mixtrack Pro 3. You have the strip search if you hit the shift and do that, or it controls your effects. With that, it will do all three effects also if you want to do that at the same time and control it. This kind of threw me off, the high-low pass filter there, but it is kind of cool to play with. I got a video coming up that you'll be able to see me kind of mess with this a little bit and see some stuff live. The volume has some resistance on it, so you're not going to be scratching via the up faders. You're going to have to just stick to the crossfader for that. The Q buttons, they are spongy. It would be the best way to describe it as far as for me. I actually like the feel of the Mixtrack Pro 2 better as far as the pads go, but these do the job. I like the little pad mode. Changes the color on these. You can do sampler, auto loop, manual loop, so that's kind of cool. Obviously you got the jog wheels, scratching up top, nudges on the side. Feels great. It's a little bit more raised than the Mixtrack Pro 2, but I don't mind it. Feels good. It is a little bit weird having the pitch faders right next to it. I've got big hands, as you've seen in my other videos, so when I'm scratching, that can kind of get in the way of things, Just something to take note of. Overall, one of the other things that I haven't seen in other videos on this guy is they said you can't meter individual tracks. Well, that's actually not true. You have your master going, but if you hit one of these buttons up here, which is to hear it in your headphones or whatever, then bam, you hear, or you can see the meter of that track. And the same goes for, or to play this other track over here and hit that, you can see that they're different. That's because that's going to that track. The meter for that one, that's for that track. So that's kind of cool. Overall, like I said, it's a worthy successor of the Mixtrack Pro 1 and 2. Overall, I do really like this unit. If it worked with the iPad and the iPhone, then I would definitely recommend upgrading. If you have the Mixtrack Pro 2 and you're just doing stuff in your room, in your bedroom, even if you have the Mixtrack Pro 1 and you're just doing stuff in your bedroom, unless you really want the latest and greatest, this pretty much does the same thing as the other two. But if you're going out, to clubs and doing parties, this feels a little bit more solid than the other two, and I would definitely recommend upgrading. But overall, if you've got the Mixtrack 2 or Mixtrack Pro 2, then you're probably not going to need to make the jump unless you want the latest and greatest. So overall, good job, Numark. Keep doing your thing, and I'll keep reviewing your units. And if you want to throw me one to test out, let me know. Thanks everybody for subscribing to the channel. It encourages me to keep making these videos. If you have questions, feel free to send them to me, or you can hit me up on Twitter. It's very easy. Anomoly, ANOMOLY. So hit me on there, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.